when the new year starts, there will be some changes to public higher education institutions here in Texas. One major switch: all diversity, equity, and inclusion offices at state-funded colleges will be shut down.
And that includes right here at Texas Tech and also over at South Plains College. KLBK's Jaxie Pigeon takes a deeper look at this new law for us. Jaxie?
Well, Texas is now the second state after Florida to ban DEI in higher education. When I spoke with Lubbock State Representative Carl Tepper this afternoon, he told me that even though his similar DEI legislation did not pass this session, he is still in full support of Senate Bill 17.
Almost all the colleges had some sort of iteration of DEI, and that's what we're trying to eliminate.
One new law signed by Governor Greg Abbott does just that. Senate Bill 17 bans the state's public colleges from having diversity, equity, and inclusion offices on their campuses.
These offices of diversity, equity, and inclusion were distributing things that were really untenable, really ugly stuff, creating villains out of certain races or religions or sexual orientation. We don't need any of that here in Texas.
Some students spending several hours advocating against Senate Bill 17. Isabella De La Garza with Texas Students for DEI says she's disheartened by the passage of the new law.
We spent restless nights at the Capitol communicating, meeting with representatives and senators as often as we could, all while being students. So it was incredibly disappointing to find out that it had passed with the same consequences that we feared of.
De La Garza says college was the first time she felt marginalized as a Mexican American. But luckily, the DEI office at the University of Texas at Austin helped her combat that feeling.
I found a sense of community that I really needed here at UT, being Latina. If you don't have these DEI offices, what are you going to have for students who need these resources? Because my experience would have been totally different. So I'm worried about what the intention of the bill really was and if they really weighed those options as much as they should have.
Connor Bridges is a recent UT Law School graduate who says banning DEI offices is a true risk for Texas's public law schools, considering the American Bar Association requires DEI initiatives as part of its accreditation.
Specifically, I'm going to be a public defender, and so my client base is going to be very diverse, have experiences that are very different from mine. And coming from a school that has a diversity office, I think, has prepared me more than a school with no diversity initiatives would have.
Now, what happens to staff in those offices is still uncertain, but Tepper says he has no problem letting them go.
Those are jobs that should have never existed. That is ideological warfare that should have never happened in college campuses. So I'm happy to see them go to other states where maybe this type of thing is welcome, but it's got no place here in Texas.
None of us really understand why the bill was passed, what it was really supposed to do, why it was necessary, and everybody's just kind of in a state of limbo.
Now, all public universities in the state have about 6 months to get rid of all DEI offices, trainings, and programs. The new law, however, does not restrict academic instruction or student organizations related to race and diversity from taking place at these public colleges.